Ted Anderson is our guest. We're going to go to your phone calls. Anthony, Kurt, Scott, Shelley, Laura, and others here in just a moment. Also, this morning, I've always meant to bring in some of my pen and ink work, some of the acrylics I've done, some of the oil paintings I've painted, because really, that's what I'm into. I mean, I'm into deep-sea fishing, deep-sea diving. I'm into camping. People always ask what I do, what I like. And when I talk about it's a weight to have to come in here and fight the New World Order, I've got other things I want to do. I mean, I would just rather sit out at a farmhouse somewhere and oil paint and hike and grow gardens and hang out with my children and, quite frankly, write poetry, things like that. I mean, I don't like having to fight the New World Order all day. I don't like having to come in here and I don't relish this. This is about survival. This is about standing up for human liberty so that we can all lead our lives the way we see fit. But I painted a lot until I hit about 25, and I was so busy by then with the radio and TV shows that I've been doing for 3-4 years by then that I quit painting, except for oil painting every once in a while, a little bit of watercolor. But here's one I did. I was looking online at Japanese pen and inks. This is like a 400-year-old one. It's my own painting. I mean, it's a lot different than that one. It's not even really. It's kind of after that piece. I forget the name of the piece. This morning I thought, why not bring a few of my smaller paintings? This is my own style here. I can certainly paint with the palette with a thin oil and veneer and do even more. Let me have a shot from over there. Do even more detailed work. But this is really the style that I developed. It's a thick paint, almost three-dimensional. Well, not almost. It is three-dimensional. And so that's rough seas with a squall, stormy skies. And I really like this little painting I did. And then here's another one. I took this photo when I quit painting, right around the time I quit painting when I was about 24, 25, of some sunflowers. My parents live on 3.5 acres in town. They had a big sunflower grove, and I cut a bunch of sunflowers and some other wildflowers and stuck them in a green vase and took a photo on my parents' table and meant to paint it. And then that's why I started painting again about a year ago. I was digging through stuff and found this old photo. So this was the first painting I did after, and you can call it whatever style you want, but there are the oil paintings of Alex Jones. In fact, I'll give you a better shot over there so people can really look at it. But I wanted to show people that little glimpse into my mind, what I'm into, for people that are interested. Because, I'd rather be admiring mountain vistas. I'd rather be rock hunting. I'm a rock hound. My son and my older daughter are both rock pups, as they call them. I want to go exploring. I want to do things. It's not some macho thing to go face down stormtrooper police or mercenaries or sneak into Bohemian Grove. I'm really sick of it all, man. I'm not complaining either. I'm just saying that there's a lot more to me than, I try to get up here and be calm on the air. I'm mad about this stuff. And I always paint a little painting on the back, just some mindless doodle quickly. There's one there. There's a painting on the back of here. Sign the back all insanely. But I am going to try to do more of this. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up here. I two smaller paintings I did. Going back to Ted Anderson. Ted, again, you said that you're about to run out of the gold and silver you bought at the $9.90 level in the market. Explain to people those coins. You say you're going to hold it till midnight now, even if you lose money. That's your rodeo. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Tell folks about the coins you've got at that price right now.
Yeah, sure. The franc right now is at $2.33. For those of you who are listening, when gold was at $9.45, I was offering them at $2.36. So they're actually lower than they were back at that time. The British sovereign currently at $2.88. They were $2.91. The Walking Liberty halves, I've been holding that price at $8.69 for a long time, just because I was able to buy a real big position. All I can say is that people are finally waking up. We're getting a lot of phone calls. People are buying a lot of gold, and I don't want to stop that. I mean, people need to have gold right now. It's like one of the few things that they can put their hands on into their possession and actually expect the fact that it'll hold value for years to come. And the dollar isn't going to do that for you anymore. Unfortunately, it's sad. Alex, there's a soft side of you I didn't know you painted. I think that's just great.
I know. I don't get it. I told guys around the office I brought some paintings in, and I got the sissy comment. There's nothing sissy about having images in your mind of beauty. It's like I admire a beautiful woman. I tried to catch that photo of a dark house in the middle of the day, my parents' living room table. It's kind of a dark room when the shades aren't up. And it was on a wooden table, and the camera had a flash on it, so it illuminated, and that's kind of my surreal or impressionistic. It's more impressionistic representation. It's impressionist more than anything, but it's a little bit of surreal at the same time of that, 11, 12 years ago. And so I think it's interesting. I think, and of course, the studies show it's good for your brain, too. But, yeah, Ted, you've been in my house. Those oil paintings you see on the walls, I painted most of them.
I didn't realize that. I didn't know they were your work. I mean, those were just awesome. I mean, every now and then you find something out about somebody, and you just go, oh, my God, I didn't realize that. And here I've been to your house. We had a really great time at that Willie Nelson concert out in concert in the, what do they call it, the park or whatever they and to meet your family and, just to know more. I mean, it's sometimes you have a picture in your mind, and yeah, I think that's just great. Anyways, getting back to the gold, Alex, all I can say is that I know unless if gold drops down in the $900 level again, and I don't think it's gonna, I'm not going to be able to come up with these prices anymore. The prices are going to go up. I can't hold. I'm not a miracle worker here. But I will take any deal up to midnight at these prices, and I would suggest that you get a move on it if you're thinking about it at all, because this is the time to be doing it. I mean, they're just when you see the United Nations and these major countries, I mean, these are the countries that finance the United States. We quite literally had the prosperity we had here in the United States between the year 1980 and the year 2006 because of the fact that they were able to lend us their prosperity, and we didn't have to suffer the consequences of inflating a currency. But now we're sitting here with even a much greater need for money to be lent to us, a much larger volume, a more ferocious appetite for debt. Because we're solving all of our problems. We're not going to go into a healthcare thing. I mean, the carbon taxes. I mean, this whole thing is just getting way out of hand. And the foreigners are saying, "Nope, sorry, we're no longer going to be your creditor. We're cutting you off." And that leaves the United States government to sell its U.S. government securities to the Federal Reserve System. It's called the open market operation, in case you don't know that. And all it means is that they're turning on the printing press and they're solving all their financial troubles with that. And, I'm not kidding you when I say Argentina, Brazil, Mexico. I mean, you think that all third world nations, they can't be the same. Well, guess what? The only difference between them and the United States is that the United States had some credibility for years that was carried on from a gold standard in 1971 and earlier. And now we're at the end of the rope. This is it. The game is over. People are realizing it. My phones are ringing, thank God. People are getting out of paper. They're going into gold. I just can't think of a better thing to do for people than that. And I just need to say it, Alex. People need to do it. It isn't a question of as to whether or not I think I should buy some gold and silver and how much and yada, yada, yada. Hey, keep as much as you want in paper currency. Just expect the fact that you're going to buy an awful lot less with that in a very short period of time. I don't mean to predict the future, but that's just where we're going.
Absolutely. 800-686-2237. And again, your purchase also makes this radio show possible. Can't beat these deals. It goes till midnight tonight, Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, Dan Anderson.
Yeah, thanks for having me up, Alex.
You bet. Good to have you here with us. All right, I said I was going to take some calls. I'm really upset about what's happening with the dollar. I'm upset about the flu, that that it's live flu virus they're putting in the nasal spray, and they admit it's spreading it. How dumb do they think we are? They spread it in front of everyone as the cure, and then it'll be a big pandemic. I mean, these people they're bold. Con artists are bold. These aren't just con artists. These are eugenicists, control freaks that want to ruin our lives. They're predators. And at a very base level, I get threatened by people that attack me. People that attack me mentally, financially, liberty-wise, governmental. I mean, I can't help it. Somebody messes with me, I immediately start disliking them. I immediately start thinking about them. I immediately start thinking about ways to get my hands around their throat. And, I try to not be like that, but I mean, I'm sick of your crap, government, and all the corrupt scum